All right, folks, I got up again early today, got out. It's just after the butt crack of dawn. I'm in West Virginia and I got a point. All right, looks pretty decent. It's right here. You can see it. It looks awesome, actually. See what we got. Oh, folks, this is nice. It's got a little tip neck, but man, beautiful point. Real nice material. It's real ground. This could, I'd say this is an Amos. I'm close to where I find the other ones, and that's that green stuff. It's translucent too. It's really translucent. The sun just ain't out yet. I can see through it, the base right here. It's beautiful material and it's a beautiful point. One tiny ear neck, but it's nice. I'm happy to get this. Daymaker. Later. All right, I just picked this up in these gravels here, and there's fire rock coming out. This is, I've looked at it, it's tumbled around in here, but that sure looks drilled, and that's surely awful round. You can see it there. I don't know what to think about that. Some of these stains are natural, but this one don't look like one of them. But that's okay. Later. All right, I'm in a high now. I looked all around. The water's still high, but basically, I got into these high washouts. It's come down since yesterday. I have more beach, a couple more feet of beach to look, but the Overstreet lists the type site as Kanawha County, West Virginia, and yeah, they found them there, but I very rarely find these in West Virginia. And believe me, I look around the Kanawha River all the way up the river to the northern panhandle of West Virginia, actually to the tip of West Virginia, on a regular basis. And basically, I think that's just where the archaeologists found them. They identified the points, but that is not the true type site. I'm looking the true type site. And so there's another guy down river from me. There's another site, and he has as many hafted shaft scrapers as I do off a site like this that has real early archaic stuff. I know another guy that has them in fields off the river that go clear up into mid-archaic point types. So they are not the rarest flint type in Ohio. That needs to be revised. This point, a lot of them, you can kind of see it here. They don't describe this in Overstreet. You can look like in that cache I found that I showed. There's a tan Crooksville one that's real serrated. And one notch is more E-notch and the other one's rounded. And some of them even have the spur in the base. The base can be lightly to heavily ground. Some of them are not serrated, but right here on this edge you can see the remnants of the serrations. They've been worn off from use. That's an old break. It was probably broke during use, which is almost 100%, because there's no disking or plowing, none of the stuff that I'm seeing. If it was damaged and lost, it was damaged by the Indian. So that's a big plus when you're hunting. But I'll try to get some pictures of some other ones. The one guy I know doesn't film. He's an older man. He's close to 70 now. He has a lot of these. Some of them are Carter Cave. He's farther down river from me, and he gets them out of Carter Cave, and some of them are awesome. He has a couple Carter Cave shaft scrapers, and he's in Ohio. And I'm happy to get this. It's an old point. They're older in Kirks and pine trees, 8,900 to 9,900 before present. So in the site I'm looking with the stuff that's coming off of them, they're around 10,000 years old. I found a fluted point. It's not as good as that one I showed out of Carter Cave, but it's about this big and it's fluted. It's definitely a fluted, some type of fluted point. it's fluted over half the blade length, so on one face, and the base is ground up to about this far and around the base, and it's slightly concave. I found it with a cache of these. So these points are old, and I'm very pleased to get this. It's a nice point. Well, anyway, later.